Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So my name's Katie and today I'm going to be doing my February TBR. So I'm going to try not to be too ambitious, but let's be realistic, I probably will be. But I do have big exams coming up at the end of March because there's my medical school finals. So that is like my last medical school exams ever. Probably not my last exams in my life because there's postgrad exams, but anyway, so yeah, that's a bit scary. So I'm definitely probably trying to focus a bit more on revision and stuff, but I still read like especially at the weekends, and they are at the end of March, so I feel like my more intensive revision will be in March. So yeah, I'm still planning on trying to get some reading done in February, and like I still listen to audiobooks and stuff, so yeah, so I'm just going to talk about the books I want to read in February. So the first ones are some audiobooks, and that is the last four, although I might not get to all four, but books in the Night Runner series. So I've read books 1 to 3. I had the little physical like mass market paperback copies, but the covers like change, and I don't like the covers of the last 4 books. Like I like, because these ones are like very like classic fantasy, I don't know, I just like the style of them, but the newer ones are a bit weirder, and they have like more like real people looking things on them, people, so I just wanted to read them on audio, so I'm going to. I really love this series. The first one, we're following this boy called Alec who like mistakenly gets put in prison thinking he's a spy, and then when he's in prison he's rescued by this character called Sergil, and Sergil sort of takes Alec under his wing as his like apprentice to being an actual spy for the Light Kingdom, and then they get up to various shenanigans, so yeah, it's just really fun, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the books in the series. So yeah, and then I also want to carry on with the Akane series, which I've been reading. So I've read the first 2, Akane and Raelia. They all have really weird names. So the next one is Dracoria, I think. So I definitely want to try and get to that one. And I just love this series. Like the friendships is just so good, and like the magical adventures, and I don't know, it's a YA series, but it has a lot of elements of middle grade that I really love. So in the first book, Alex goes through this like mysterious portal into this like magical world. And it's so funny because like she steps through this portal, and then this like evil, dark, charming guy shows up and like is like, we're gonna change the world together, and then pisses off, and then she instantly befriends this like pair of himbos, and they go to this like magical school, and it's just so much fun, and it's really like will put a smile on your face. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to reading more of that. Also, I don't know if this is really feasible, but I also want to maybe try and reread the Day the Bad audiobooks, because I know River of Silver is coming out at the beginning of March, but it's been so long since I read the Day the Bad series, I feel like it's time for a reread. And like River of Silver is like a good excuse, but if not, then I'll just read River of Silver when it comes out. But yeah, I do feel like I want to reread them, because like it's been like over a year and a half since Empire of Gold came out, and I read it like as soon as it came out, so it's been a long time, so I want to try and reread, and I'm trying to prioritise rereads a bit more this year, so yeah. And then also on the 1st of February, Count Your Lucky Stars by Alexandra Bellfleur comes out, and this is a sapphic romance. I think it's an adult romance, like contemporary romance. And I've read Written in the Stars, which is like the first book in that little trilogy of romances. It's not like direct follow-ons, it's like the Brown Sisters books, they're like companion books. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. And I also maybe want to try and read Hang of the Moon, which is the middle book. So yeah, try and read them both. But yeah, like the day it comes out, I'm going to be reading Count Your Lucky Stars, because I've been hyped for that one forever, like ever since I saw the cover, just and then another sapphic like adult romance I think that's coming out, it's a good month for that, is Delilah Green Doesn't Care by Ashley Herring Blake, which this cover just makes me so excited. And yeah, I have no idea what either of them are about really. just know their romances, which makes me excited, so I'm looking forward to both of those. And I just love the like illustrated romance cover style, I just think it's so good. So I want to try and get to those. And then some arcs. So I have an arc of The City of Dusk by Tara Sim, which I'm looking forward to. Don't know a lot about this one. I know it's like an epic fantasy, and it did actually start about 5% in, and I think it's going to be like 4 sort of like scions or heirs to various different houses and like gods, and they'll have to come together maybe to try and save the city or something along those lines. It just sounds very like epic fantasy-y. And I've heard rumours that maybe there's a sapphic romance, but I might just be making that up because I'm just projecting. So yeah, we'll see. I'm looking forward to that one. And also Legacy of Light by Matthew Ward, which I can't remember if I had this on my January TBR, but I have made a start. I'm like 10% in, but it's a big book, so I'll be ploughing my way through that. But I do actually really like this series, and especially like I started reading the Legacy of Light, and it's just so like, I love all the characters and like being back in the world with them, and I don't know, I feel like I missed them, so yeah, it's good. And then I also want to try and read, so I was also started The Beast Warrior, which I'm looking forward to, and that is, I didn't know much about it, but I've heard it's like Studio Ghibli vibes, and it follows this character called Elena. I think she can like talk to animals or befriends animals, and like goes on a little kind of coming of age quest. So I want to try and read that. And then also its sequel, The Beast Player. No, The Beast Player is the first one. And The Beast Warrior is the second one. So I want to try and read them as well. Yeah, because they're like, Nicole and Rue love them, and I don't know, I just feel like I'm gonna love it too. And I just, sometimes you need that kind of lighter, although I'm not even sure, I don't think it is middle grade, I think it's actually quite dark, because I'm sure I've heard that like at the start of the first book her mum dies or something, which is a bit grim, but so maybe it's not. But anyway, and then also excitingly, I am a co-host for the Shelf Space Book Club, which I was very excited about, because I've followed the book club ever since like Jessie May first made it, and then she gave the reins to some other great booktubers who I'll leave all linked in the description, who I love them all. So I'm really excited to be co-hosting. And the book we chose was City of Lies by Sam Hawke. I do have it down here, but I'm just feeling quite lazy today, so I'll just put a picture in. Although to be honest, it's probably more effort editing, putting the picture in, than it would be to just get it out, but that's future Katie's problem. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. I don't know loads about it. I know it's like features poisoners and like poison tasters, I think, and lots of chaos and like queer vibes, and I don't know, it sounds like it's gonna be really fun. It sounds like, I don't know, I think it's gonna remind me maybe of like Gideon the Knight, Ruin of Kings, those kind of books. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. Then I also think another thing that maybe is probably quite good to prioritise, especially with like exams, and I'm always tired from revision, is like more like graphic novels and manga, because I just find them a bit easier to read, and you feel like you're getting through them fast because there's lots of pictures. So I want to maybe try and carry on with the Full Metal Alchemist books. Like I read the first 3 or 4, I've watched the whole TV show, but I've read the first 3 or 4, and I have the like beautiful Full Metal editions, which I just love, they're so stunning. But yeah, I want to try and read a bit more of the series, because at first I was like limiting myself because I didn't have that many of the editions, so I didn't want to get like too into it and then not be able to like read through. But now I have quite a lot, so I feel like I could read a good chunk of them. Yeah, and I really love Full Metal Alchemist. We're following these 2 brothers, like Edward and Alphonse, and they try to do something like, I don't know if they're trying to regrow, I think they tried to bring their mother back, like using this alchemy circle, but it ends up with Edward losing his like arm and leg, and Alphonse losing his whole body, so now he's living in like this mechanical suit thing, his spirit is like bound to it. And they're basically on this quest to try and get their bodies back, but there's lots of drama along the way, and it's a lot of fun. And I really love the like villains of the series, because they're like the 7 deadly sins, which I just love, especially Envy. Oh, love them. And there's one, I can't remember who exactly he is, which one. Can't remember if he's Pride or Wrath, but there's another one that I really like. Also the monstrous graphic novels, because I haven't read, I definitely read volume 4, but I haven't read volumes 5 or 6. And I really want to catch up on those as well. And they're just a really great, another graphic novel series with like stunning artwork. It's so pretty. And I love, there's a character called Kipper who's like this little precious fox and like little kitty, and she's just so cute. So I love it. I mainly read the series for her, I feel like. But also the like world building and politics is really good. But yeah, I just need more Kipper content in my life. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So yeah, so I think that's all the books I'm planning on reading in February. I'm sure that I'm quite, like, I'm a bit of a mood reader, so I'm sure there'll be books that I read that aren't on the TBR and books that on this TBR that I don't read. But I like making TBR videos just because it's fun to sort of have an idea of what you want to read, and some of them like you're definitely gonna read. So yeah, that's why I've done this video. So let me know in the comments a book you would like to get to in February. I'd really love to know. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I hope you're all having a really great day, and I will see you next time.